In Kaba Village, elders say some spirits do not rush, they watch, they wait. The day after her encounter, Tari walked the village paths as if nothing had happened. She laughed at an old man counting his yams and mocked a bent woman struggling to walk. The warnings of elders meant nothing to her. To Tari, they were only stories meant to scare children. By midday, she returned home and stayed beside her sick mother. The hut was quiet. The hours passed slowly. Nothing strange happened. Nothing at all, but Mama Opuru had already seen her. That night, as silence settled over the village, a soft lantern glow entered the hut. Mama Opuru did not shout. She did not touch. She only watched the child sleeping beside her mother, and when she left, she took something no one could see. By morning, Tari was alive, but her laughter was gone. Elders later whispered, Mama Opuru does not punish immediately, she waits. And when the time comes, she takes. In the quiet village of Kaba, the sun sank behind the hills, painting the dirt paths in soft gold and orange. Children ran and laughed, chasing one another between the thatched huts, but one child moved differently. From a doorway, Tari's mother watched quietly, her body weak but her eyes sharp with care. Tari, she called softly, hurry up. It is already getting late. And remember your manners. She was unwell and could not fetch the basket herself. Since Tari was her only child, there was no other choice. Tari barely glanced back, laughing even louder, ignoring the gentle warning. 8-year-old Tari, dark-skinned and bright-eyed, skipped along the path, her basket swinging at her side. She mocked the elders sitting outside their huts, weaving baskets and tending fires. Old woman, hurry up. She shouted at a lady carrying water. Her laughter echoed through the village. At the market, Tari teased vendors and old women alike, bouncing her basket proudly as her aunt, a trader, carefully filled it with fruits and vegetables. But in the shadows, something washed. A faint lantern flickered quietly, almost unnoticed, yet heavy with meaning. The market slowly quieted as the sun slipped away. Tari balanced the basket, now heavy with fruits and vegetables. Run along now, her aunt called. Your mother will be waiting. Tari nodded and skipped away, the sky deepening into blue. The village path felt different at night. The laughter of children faded. Fires dimmed. Only lanterns remained, glowing softly outside huts like watching eyes. Tari slowed her steps. The basket felt heavier now, not just with food, but with silence. From the edge of the path, an old woman sat quietly. Her back was straight. Her eyes calm. The lantern rested in her hand, its glow warm but unsettling. Tari glanced at her and scoffed softly, scowled softly. Why is she just sitting there like that? The old woman did not move. That night, children gathered beneath the open sky, sitting on mats while elders formed a loose circle around a small fire. The moon hung low and bright. An old woman spoke first. When I was young, she said, my mother warned me about a woman of the night. The fire crackled. They call her Mama Opuru. She walks only when the sun is gone. She carries a lantern not to seek, but to collect. A child star, the old woman said. The light of destiny given at birth. She takes it from children who mock elders and forget respect. Gasps rippled through the circle. Tari laughed, it's just moonlight stories. Old people always want to scare children. The elders exchanged worried glances. The next day, Tari's mischief continued. After breakfast, she wandered through the village paths, laughing at an old man counting his yams, pointing at him and teasing. She mocked a bent old woman as she shuffled slowly along with her walking stick. Warnings from neighbors and elders went ignored. She thought their tales and advice were only stories to amuse children. By midday, Tari returned to her small hut, where her mother lay weak and ill. She helped quietly enough, fetching water, tidying small things, but her attention wandered constantly. Even in small chores, her mind drifted to mischief. She teased nearby children, swung an empty basket idly, and knocked over small objects. Showing no real sense of caution, the afternoon passed slowly. Tari sat beside her mother, picking up simple things around the hut, a basket of herbs, a small toy, or food set aside. She grew restless, playing around, glancing often at the village path outside the window. Unseen, a presence watched her, still, silent, patient. As evening fell, the sunlight faded to warm oranges and soft blues. Shadows stretched across the walls of the hut. Tari laughed again at a passing neighbor, teasing them over a minor mistake. Still, nothing had changed. She had not learned. She had not feared. Night came. The wind died. Silence fell over the village. And then a lantern appeared, faint at first, glowing in the doorway of the hut. The air grew heavy, cold, and still. Mama Opuru entered, quiet as the mist that rose over Kaba Village paths. She did not speak. She did not move violently. Her eyes found Tari, and her gaze rested briefly on her chest, invisible, unseeable, yet permanent. A mark was made, a claiming of what was to be taken. Tari stirred in her sleep, fear blooming in her chest, but she could not cry out. Her mother, weak and ill, slept on beside her, oblivious. The lantern's glow cast long, shifting shadows across the hut. Then, just as silently as she had come, Mama Opuru left, leaving the room as still and dark as the night itself. By morning, Tari awoke alive but different. Her laughter had faded. Her mischief dulled. Something had been taken, something she could never regain. The elders whispered among themselves, warning all children, Mama Opuru does not punish at once. She waits. And when the time comes, she takes what is hers. From that night on, the children of Kaba Village learned to remember, the night watches. It waits. And a child who ignores the warnings may one day wake to find their light gone.